How in the hell can you come from a place where people oppressed you, found a place where you call land of the free where you stole it from other natives, and then all of a sudden draft a constitution for freedom, and then when we get on our knees begging for freedom, you ignore us every single time. See, America's not a place of democracy. America's a hypocrite. A hypocrite. And nothing will ever change unless we do what we're doing right now.
At this point, it is what it is. And if you want to fight, fight. And if you don't, I hope you know what to tell your kids when they ask you what the doing in 2020. Because we going to be in the textbooks. We going to be in there.
Why are you detaining me? You about to lose your job. You about to lose your job. Get this thing.
What's up, Hustler family? It's your girl, Sage the Hustler here. You already know what time it is. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you're new, go ahead. Oh, wait. Don't forget the notification bell so you know when I post. I can't rap, but I be trying. But yes, y'all, looking at the title of today's video, I'm gonna be a little bit more serious because it's on Let's Be Real. So I'm gonna be serious. I might be a little goofy, but I'm gonna definitely be raw because that's how I am. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat for y'all. At the end of the day, y'all really want to know what's tea. I'm talking to a camera lens. I don't know how many people gonna be watching this. As far as I know, it's only one. And right now, it's gonna be me. So it's so easy for me to sit here and just talk as much caca as I want because I'm looking at my camera lens. Now, when I edit it and when I decide to post is the problem. However, what I am trying to get at is I'm real. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real with you guys when I talk about certain topics. And I expect some feedback. I expect some type of, conversation, discussion in the comment section about what we're talking about today because everybody should be talking about this today. Let's be real. Let's be real about the injustice in our country, okay? Let's be real about how the injustice in our system is very disturbing. I'm sure you guys seen how the riots been shaking the room, okay, in my Pop Smoke voice, okay? The riots, the marches, Blackout Tuesday, Black Lives Matter, everything. George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, say their name, everybody, okay? The whole black community, and there's some white people and some Hispanics and some Asians, okay, are out here protesting, out here marching, out here signing petitions. Right now, the whole country and along with other countries are in a uproar about this, about how there's so much injustice. It was crazy for a whole week, but people are still going. People are still doing protests. People are still fighting for a change because honestly, our job is not done.
No justice, no peace. Fuck those racist police. No justice, no peace. Fuck these racist ass police. No justice, no peace. Fuck these racist ass police. No justice, no peace.
And I am saying that because I had a different look at this. So let me start from the beginning. Let me start off to say that Black Lives Matter, okay? Black Lives Matter. As a Haitian American, even though I'm light-skinned, don't be ignorant. Because at the end of the day, if a white person were to see me next to a dark-skinned person, next to a dark-skinned female or male, they would literally say, look at those two black people over there. The only people who see the difference in our color is black people. Black people have a problem with colorism. Yes, it's not our fault because generations back, we were trained, our ancestors were trained that way by their slave masters to see color the way that we see color amongst us between light skin and dark skin. But we got to change that mentality because that mentality is absolutely ignorant. I still remember to this day in high school, this dark skinned boy looked me in my eye with a table full of people, my friends next to me and his friends next to him. He looked me dead in my eye and goes,
if you were dark skinned, you'll be ugly as f.
I'm not dark skinned, but that shit offended me. The fact that you say, one, if I was dark skinned, I would be ugly. My dad is dark skinned. Looking at you, it looks like your mom or your dad is dark skinned too. So you have no fucking respect. You have no respect for your parents. You don't have no respect for where you come from. And maybe it was because we're in high school and we had that, maybe he had a ignorant mindset because we did go to a school with predominantly white people and Hispanic people. So it was so easy just to say shit like that out of your mouth. But at the end of the day, it's saddening and it sickens me to have somebody who is supposed to be black like me, who's supposed to be my quote unquote brother, right? Telling me, looking me in my eye and telling me if you was dark skin, you'd be ugly. I'm not saying dark skin, but I have a brown skin half sister. My father is dark. My cousins are dark. Like, what? You're being disrespectful and I don't like it. So I'm glad that all these things are making people like that uncomfortable. I'm glad these things are making racist people uncomfortable. People who see colorism uncomfortable. People who feel like our issues aren't a problem. Now it's making them feel uncomfortable and I like it because you know why? Black lives matter. Moving on to the next thing, the civil rights movement, right? So apparently this is one of the biggest movements since the civil rights movement because 50 states have been protesting along with 18 countries.
Say hi to my YouTube channel.
What's good, man?
That's what I'm seeing on Twitter. If I'm wrong, please don't cut my head. So this is great. I feel like it's amazing. I didn't understand it until I really did my research and I really saw the change in what was going on. And I'm gonna get into that. Let's start off with Blackout Tuesday. This is in the midst of all the protesting, the looting, and the rioting. I did do my research. At first, I was not for protesting at all because I was just like, I don't want to sit there and enable you guys to destroy the community because this is where we live. This is where we stay. What sense does it make for me to sit here and be with you guys while you guys are antagonizing the police, bullying the hell out of them, breaking people's store? I'm not trying to die out here and there's a pandemic. You want me to sit here, get hit by rubber bullets, get tear gassed the fuck down, have to go to the hospital to get exposed by COVID-19, and to do it all over again? Absolutely the hell not. I'm not going to put myself at risk. That's when, I was telling my other friends that. But some of my other friends was just like, do you even know what's really going on? Because it's not only the people who are for protesting. They were like, it's not those people out there. The people who are for protesting, who I saw, videos, social media videos of them out there, whether they were on live or they just posted that they were there, they were coming to me like, yo, it's a peaceful protest.
Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot!
All those other people, they just come on their own doing. And I'm like, yeah, I get what you guys are saying, but you guys are just making it easier. It's not until, shout out to Choice TV, I saw a video of a whole bunch of stuff.
Try to be an ally, try to educate yourselves, try to spread love, try to understand the anger. Because people tell them black people, oh, y'all are doing too much, y'all are this, y'all are that. First of all, let's be very clear. Black people aren't the only people looting, okay?
It is incredible to see in a unfortunate way. I can only hope that this person isn't stealing and that maybe they are an employee.
Bitch, I know your ass lying. I know you see that lady stealing. If that was an employee, why the hell would they need all them damn clothes? Where the f they going with it?
Only white people doing this fucking shit, man. Part of that's good.
Right now. You wanna go? Yes, what's up? Somebody hold my blunt. Are you a fucking cop? What's up?
People's way of expressing themselves. This is not a black woman who's putting Black Lives Matter. I just want you to know that when right, but y'all doing that for us and we ain't asked you to do that. Listen, don't spray stuff on here when they gonna blame black people for this and black people didn't do it.
You're supposed to be talking about Black Lives Matter and you trying to loot this fucking place! You fucking hypocrites! You don't give a fuck about Black lives! Y'all don't give a fuck about Black lives! Y'all wanna fucking rob and steal and you a fucking white person!
I saw a video of a white lady walking out with a whole bunch of bags in her hand, with a whole bunch of bags and shit, like she just gone shopping. She was bien bored there, and then the reporter talking about hopefully she's an employee and she's not stealing. Now, if it was a black bitch, and I'm gonna say it just like that because I feel like that's how white people see us. If you don't see us like that, okay, don't get upset, don't get offended. If you do see us like that, you gonna feel offended, but I don't care. Click out the video. Had it been a black broad, had it been a black nigga, a black male, right? A black female, anything with black before before them, male or female, child, non-child, elderly, it doesn't matter. They would have still said that they were damn stealing, and they would have still had the cops take their ass to jail. But they let this white lady, people on the news that everybody's going crazy for, trying to figure out numbers for the pandemic, trying to figure out, oh, if things are going to be okay. The same news that my mom sits in the living room to watch. The same news saw this lady walk out the store with a whole bunch of stuff in her hand and said, hopefully she's an employee and she's not stealing. If you were an employee, would you need that? Have you ever seen an employee walk out with so much stuff in their hand? Anyways, I was just seeing videos of a cop breaking an AutoZone window down, and I'm like, what is this? I'm seeing a video of somebody breaking down how it was planned people who burnt down a police car, and I'm like, oh, so it's y'all who's doing it. First of all, you shouldn't be no damn cop in a cop uniform breaking no damn windows. That don't make no sense. And then not only that, you're not breaking it in your neighborhood, you're breaking it in the hood. I also saw females writing Black Lives Matters, graffiti markers, doing it on walls. And black women were like, we didn't ask you to do that, so why are you doing that? This is not helping us. So you see, it's a lot of things going on that we don't see, that social media might not expose to us, that the news is definitely not showing us, because the news is only showing us black people burning things down, black people rioting in stores. So Blackout Tuesday came, and everybody was just really confused about what the hell they had to do. I was even confused. The day before, or a couple days before, I had plans to go ahead and announce my giveaway, my $100 giveaway. It happened to be on the same day as Blackout Tuesday. I got backlash from one of my friends, but she'll be all right, because at the end of the day, it is what it is, right? She was just like, oh, you shouldn't be posting this, or this is not the time right now, I'm gonna block you. But when I did my research, I really understood what Black Tuesday was, because Blackout Tuesday, because at first I saw some people say, oh, stay off social media, lay off social media, no streaming music, no Netflix, no this, no that, blah, blah. Then I saw some people say, okay, we're gonna cut off all social media, this, that, and third, so that we can go ahead and send information and links for resources and bailing aid, resources and bonds, funding, and all that stuff. But I'm like, if we're off of social media, how you gonna let us know? You gonna email it to us? And then I saw another video that was just like, your black screen doesn't help my black ass.
Your black screen does not save my black ass.
And I was like, what? So I started to watch it, and she was just like, the whole point is not to silence us. If anything, we need to speak louder, because during that time, apparently it was primary elections for a lot of states. So it's just like, look how some information can get misconstrued to have some people be silenced during a time where we need to speak loud and the most. And I'm so glad that Blackout Tuesday happened. So the purpose of Blackout Tuesday was so that we can go ahead and amplify melanin voices, amplify black voices, amplify the black community, so they can see what's going on. So I saw videos of peaceful protesting, and I was like, wow, why don't they show this? Why don't they show this on the news? Like, why it took me so long to see that there was actually peaceful protesting, and that I even saw a video of a peaceful protest, and the cops just start holding them down. Like, I said holding them, but they start like spraying them with tear gas. They start spraying them like they had umbrellas in the front to block them. This situation is crazy. The people we were supposed to look for protection are now being belligerent toward us, because we want to speak up for our rights, because we're upset about what happened in their department. Not necessarily Orlando Police Department, but there's some shady shit going on in their department too. Just because you guys didn't personally kill George Floyd, you guys have shit y'all need to do too. Every police department has shit that they need to do, because I know they have stuff that they go ahead and cover up, just like any profession. You're not gonna tell me that everybody does everything strictly by the books, because we are all imperfect. And unfortunately, there are some situations that allow people with power, the wrong people with power, to give them so much power and manipulate it to cover their ass, just so they won't get caught, so they can just keep doing it over and over again. Well, the black community reached a damn breaking point, and I'm glad that everybody is going crazy over this, because at this point, a new constitution should be written. I'm going to insert the link down below. It has to do with the same video that I was talking about with the looting, rioting, and protesting. She explained it very well. She said, the contract has been broken. This contract for this United States of America, the Constitution, it's been broken. It's been broken. Because when Blackout Tuesday resurfaced, there was videos on Tulsa, I believe, Tulsa.
My bad, I meant Tulsa.
I believe it's Tulsa, and how they had like a thriving black community and they burned it to the ground. She was also talking about Rosewood, how they did the same thing to them. So it's really sad. Like, it's really sad to see that this stuff is still going on. Just the other day, the internet resurfaced with 4 bodies that were lynched across the country. 4 bodies. Not even, like, there was some in country and out of country. So you mean to tell me lynching still happens? That's still something that we do. So at this point, I just feel like there's nothing, not that there's nothing that we can do, it's just a sad situation. It's really sad to see what oppression can do. We've been oppressed for 400 plus years, and they still keep trying to oppress us to make sure we do not thrive. I honestly feel like there's a lot of white people who are threatened by our race because it's the truth. And it's not only white people, it's other minorities as well. So it's really sad to see that, but it's just a situation that's really going on in our country, and it's just upsetting. It's really upsetting. It makes me want to just be like, A, burn this country down to the ground and rebuild it, and have everybody rebuild that bitch, not only black people. B, create a new constitution, or C, we go back. I don't know how many African countries will accept us, because I know a lot of Africans feel some type of way about black Americans, and you know, how they feel like they're not African for real, and how there's this whole ordeal. But at this point, black people need to stay together because they're killing off our race in the United States. I feel like they're trying to kill our race off in the United States. That's just my opinion about it. At first, I didn't really like protesting, but when I saw how much change was happening, when I saw that, one, you know, they were starting to arrest the people, put them in jail, charge them and all that extra stuff for George Floyd's murder. Recently, I heard one of them got bonded out on $1 million for bail, and he got bailed out. So it's just like, do they do certain things just to keep us satisfied, just so we will stop? Because when I did my research, protesting hurts their pockets. It really does. It hurts the government's pockets. It forces the police officers to be out there on overtime when they don't even want, because they don't even get their overtime check right away. They get it like later. This makes all officers have hands on deck. Everybody got to have hands on deck in the situation. And I feel like we should continue to protest. If I can make any type of protest, I'm gonna go to it, because I feel like we should just keep doing it, because I feel like they're just giving us something for now to satisfy us, especially knowing that one of the guys got off on bond for $1 million, and he was able to go home just because he was able to afford $1 million to set his ass home. It's like you guys giving us a black president to satisfy us. It's like giving us February, the shortest month of the year, as Black History Month, to satisfy us. But yet in school, you guys don't ever talk about life before slavery. You guys talk about it when it starts. In history, you guys start off with the oppression of our people, but never anything that happens before. Wow, this country is something else. It's something else. And on top of this that's going on, we're in the middle of a pandemic. So honestly, I'm gonna leave you guys at this for the let's be real. If you're black, you need to get out there and you need to fight for your rights. I don't know how you're gonna fight for them, but you need to find a way, whether it's voting. And I'm not just talking about not voting for Trump, because that's a given. Trump did his term. It's time for somebody else. Trump did whatever he had to do. It's time for somebody else to do what they need to do. We need to see, I'm not saying that Joe Biden is a better option and that he's gonna do so much better, but at this point, I don't give a fuck about what Trump got going on in the future, what he has planned for us in the future, because I don't want to see his plans for the future, because I see what he got going on right now and I'm not feeling it. So I'm ready for a new president. I'm ready for some new shit to go on, because this is not it. This is not it. This is not it. It's not it. Whether you vote, whether you read up on who you're voting for, whether it's the president, whether it's the district attorney, whether it's the district governor, whether it's the mayor, whoever you're voting for, make sure you do your research. And I'm saying this because I need to do this as well for me too. I personally, I hate voting. I've never done it, but as a 21-year-old today, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm registered to vote and I'm going to vote. And I know it's sad to say I might get dragged in the comments like, oh, you were the cause of Trump being in office.
Realistically, I wasn't old enough to register to vote yet because I didn't turn 18 until September.
My opinion on that was that it was just gonna happen the way it happened anyways. And my mindset has changed over time because of all the zack he done did in this country. So yes, I'm gonna say I effed up, I should have voted. But to make up for it, I'm going to vote this year. I'm gonna make it my business to vote this year. I've already registered. If you don't feel the way that I feel about it, okay, did you sign a petition? Did you at least sign one petition? There was so many petitions going around. Did you at least try to go to one protest? Okay, you can't go to a protest and you don't want to have COVID-19. You don't want to be exposed to it. Okay, I understand. I get it. Did you speak out on whatever platform that you have, whatever social media platform that you have about the situation? Did you try to, talk to other people around you about what you guys can do to help the situation? That's what I have for Black people. And my non-Black people, how are you supporting your Black friends, if you have any? How are you supporting the people who are affected by this in your community? Because I'm not gonna lie, I saw some, listen, there'll be more white people out there at those protests than minorities and Blacks. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Not all protests, but the ones that I've been to, they gonna show out. Them white people, they're using their privilege this year to help us out with this. So I see the effort in the community. Some people may say, okay, I don't see that it makes a difference. But at first I used to be like that. Like, what does protesting do? Protesting doesn't do anything. You guys look like back in the day when they was taking the fire hose and just spraying out on the sidewalks. Like, what did I do? Da da da. Like, I was just talking a whole bunch of shit because I didn't understand it. But what I understand now is that the reason why I like protesting is because it makes those people who don't want to listen, it makes those racist people who don't want to listen so uncomfortable that they get so mad that they don't want to hear no more. It makes those racist cops, those cops who've been in those predicaments, who know what they're doing, it makes them so uncomfortable that they don't want to hear anything and they just want to shoot you guys down with rubber bullets. They want to go ahead and tear gas you guys down to shut your mouth. No, because you want to shut my mouth so much, I'm going to be even louder on that ass. So I'm going to continue to do what I do. I'm going to try to, post about, more about education with the Black Lives Matter movement and other people just educating us about, what's going on, how we can go about it and what we can do. And also looking at a whole bunch of people who are on Twitter, talking about their business, how they're a Black-owned business. They sell this type of product. They sell household products. They sell detergent. They sell this. And I honestly want to start getting into it. Like, I honestly want to start I already support Black-owned businesses already. But imagine a massive boycott. Because boycotts work. In history, boycotts work. So imagine if we completely stopped, like, no Walmart, no Target, whether they're racist or not. No, what if there was another Black person that you could go to and they could be your new Walmart? Their business could be your new Target and the products are probably just as good and just as healthy. I'm not saying that all Black businesses are good, because at the end of the day, all white businesses aren't good. All Asian businesses are probably not good. All Indian, all Hispanic. I'm not saying that all Black businesses are good, but the good ones need to be supported. And the people who need to support them the most are their people in their community. There's so many of us. And instead of supporting nonsense, why can't we support us when we're doing productive things to try to help the community, so that you don't have to go to Walmart and deal with a stink ass attitude when you ask them what aisle this thing is and they just size you up and down, or they just tell you, oh, it's over there. Or you tell them to do something and they say, okay, I'm gonna come back, and they never do. Instead of dealing with that, why won't you go ahead and purchase items from another Black-owned business if you have the ability to do so? Right now, for me, funds are low, but if you're telling me you can match Walmart's price close or even better or lower, you saving me some money. I'm gonna go straight to you. So honestly, when I talk about this, I'm talking to myself too. I'm definitely gonna be doing some research on the Black owned businesses that I want to support and get my stuff from, because it's just like, why keep giving money to these people? Why? They treat us like shit. But that's my take on it. I'm gonna do my best in having a voice in the Black community. Although I'm Haitian American, I still feel for y'all. I'm not the only Haitians who's saying this, but it's ready for round 2. We did it in 1804. It came with consequences because, as you can see, our country is really bad right now. But at the end of the day, at least we were able to get our independence. US hates us because no one can tell me where the Red Cross money went. No one can tell me what the fuck they did with it. No one can tell me where's the money that France owes us. No one can tell me. So it seems like they don't care about us, bro. They don't care. So we have to make them care. If we have to hurt them in their pockets, by all means, maybe then they'll listen. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys got some insight. I hope I did not offend anybody because that was not my intentions. My intention was to just voice my opinion and do it unapologetically because I have my own opinions. I'm a Black person in a Black community and I don't like the injustice. I don't like it at all. It's disgusting. It's disturbing. I've been living around it since I was born. I've experienced people being racist toward me. I've experienced even my own kind telling me that I'm acting like the mad Black woman. So it's just like, at this point, it is what it is. And if you want to fight, fight. And if you don't, I hope you know what to tell your kids when they ask you what the fuck you was doing in 2020. Because we gonna be in the textbooks. We gonna be in there. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you're new, go ahead and hit that notification bell so you know when I post, along with the subscription button. The subscription button first because the bell's not gonna show up unless you hit subscribe, but yeah. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the bell. Go ahead and enter the giveaway. The Hustla family is on the road to 1K subs by August, so help us reach our goal. Stay clean, stay blessed, and have a beautiful day.
Y'all coming? Yeah, share,
Hey.
subscribe.
Hey.
If
Hey.
you don't, you wanna die. Gonna tell you this one time. This, hey, hustler on that line.